All right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to a very special episode of the Roszko Show. I'm your host, Roszko. And to my right of me, we have our special second guest. We have Ash. What's going on, Ash?
Hey guys, it's Ashley and I'm here. Let's go.
Ash, you ready? You ready to take
Yes,
this
it's
journey?
it's gonna be epic.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I think it's you know, we're not you're not kicking anybody out, right? This time,
No,
the
I'm
mods.
I'm like in and out. The mods, they got my back.
Yeah, yeah. We'll have fun. We're gonna have awesome, great discussion, and I'm super excited to have our first ever guest. It means a lot. It really does. We have the man, the myth, the man of the hour, Mr. Seth Fowler. What's going on, bro?
You're the man of the hour. I appreciate you having me on, man. This is sick. I'm honored. This is great to be the first one. This is crazy.
First one.
I
I
feel like
mean,
I'm the first one on the moon. I don't know. It's crazy. I'm
I
stoked.
mean, to be honest, me and Ash were talking, and we were just like, who's the first person we got to get on? Who's been with us since day one with the live cops? Who's been like, who knows, those little few things around the block? And it's Mr. Seth Fowler.
Well, I
So-
appreciate
We had to
it.
have
It means
you.
a lot. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for having me. This is sick. I'm stoked.
Yeah. So let's just ease it into it, right? Let's talk about, So what's going on, Seth, man? How you been?
Good. Whew. I guess work-wise, good. Life-wise, good. Sports-wise, doing pretty well. Not so much my teams, but the city of Philadelphia is doing well, so I guess that's a good thing.
Oh, them Phillies, huh?
Yeah,
Them
the
Phillies.
Phillies and the Eagles, man. I
Yeah.
don't know what's happening. It's crazy.
I have no
I wish
idea.
I was
what's
a
going on.
fan of either of those teams.
Wait, you're not a Philly. Wait, you're not a Phillies fan of baseball,
just
or you're just
don't-
not a baseball fan in general?
I guess realistically, like growing up, I went to Orioles games. So I guess if I was a baseball fan, I'd be an Orioles fan. But I'm like I guess my wife's a Phillies fan. I'm in Philly. I might as well just jump on the bandwagon for a year, see what's up.
Yeah. Ash, what's your teams? Heat
Well,
and who else?
Miami Heat, Miami Dolphins, they're in the rebuilding stage right now. As far as baseball goes, it used to be the Florida Marlins, now they're the Miami Marlins. But, I'm in Atlanta, so the Braves won last year, so I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. If you don't know, Seth, I went to a game. Me and Ash went to a Celtics
Oh, nice.
Heat game in the what was it, Eastern
Yes.
Conference Finals. Someone
Yeah,
gave
shout
us
out
tickets.
Mr. Plow.
Mr.
Mr.
Plow. This guy
Plow.
named Mr.
Crazy.
Plow gave us
Oh my
tickets,
goodness.
and we just went and it was a great time. It was fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And of course, Celtics won, so it was even better. But what your Phillies though? Dude, the Philly Dunks, huh? Those should be doing numbers now, right? Philly
I know. I
Dunks.
actually haven't checked. I should check. I should grab a pair because I feel like I entered the raffle to try and get World Series tickets, not expecting to get them again. Because
Oh, wow.
why would I deserve them? I've been to a Phillies game once, but I don't deserve it. So if I get them, then I'll buy the Philly Dunks
I mean, yeah.
and
'Cause
then we'll do it up.
I mean, the
You
SBs are
have
tough to
to.
get. You don't, yeah, have to. I mean, the SBs are tough to get regardless. Do you have there's no
True.
skate shops around you, are there? Seth?
And there's a good amount of shop. We got Lapstone, we got Atmos, we got a lot of good stores. We've got resale wise. Resale wise, I think it's like Suplex. There's some good spots. Yeah,
Yeah.
got some good shoes.
Yeah. So what's been your latest pickup? All you. What's been the pickup, man? What do you got? What do you got?
Let's
This
see what
man.
he pulls out. Something crazy.
It's not really crazy. You can go first. It's not. It's New Balances. It's just more New Balances.
You you are that
Hey, New
honestly.
Balance!
God, there we go. The New Balance. I'm getting dude. The New Balance cult is taking over. I always make fun. I'm like, yo, you guys are a cult. You guys just yell quality, quality, quality.
It's the best.
It is
Yo, It's
right.
a Boston brand. How are you not a huge New Balance fan?
Because everybody has you wear New Balance. I'm just like, it's like my dad. Like, it's just, I mean, teach his own, teach his own. But what do you got? What do you got? Which one is it?
It is the Joe Fresh Goods.
Oh,
The
okay.
Joe Fresh Goods 993s. I picked them up from a raffle win a couple days ago, and I haven't busted them out yet. But they are fire. They are very, very clean.
They're bright. I'll tell you
Awesome.
that. Those are bright.
They're bright. They're bright, but I like bright.
I gotta see you from a while away. Those, ooh, I'm curious to see. We'll get into it later, but what kind of socks you're gonna match those up with?
Ooh, good point. Good point. I don't know. I haven't actually thought that far ahead. I should have,
Yeah.
but I didn't.
Ash, you're part of New Balance Cult, aren't you?
Yes, I actually just wore my is it not necessarily Joe Fresh Goods, but he was a part of the making of it, the conversation amongst us. I think it's the 2002R. Those are pretty comfortable. And I was at the airport and people were like, "What are those?" And I was like, just a little something. But they're really comfortable. I was really surprised, and yeah, I'm part of the New Balance cult, I guess.
Yeah, because
what's up.
Ash put me on early too. She was when we went to the Boston Sneaker Con. You were looking. That was your little thing. Like we were all walking around looking at shoes, and you're like, "I need Soleil Bemberries. I need Soleil Bemberries. Where are they? I need the ones. I'm like the one with the whistle in it." And like, "Yes, I need them. Where are you, Ross? Where are they?" I was like, "I don't know. We gotta find them. We gotta make sure we find them." We did.
Literally right before we left, I found somebody and I got my yurts. I was like, yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The yurts are great. Actually, I got a pair right here. Speaking of the devil.
That's the same one. It's the same pair. Look at that.
Man.
So also too, anybody doing anything for Halloween? Halloween's right around the corner. Seth, you haven't thrown a party there?
Not really. I'm just gonna kind of do whatever the family does. I'll just kind of, follow my wife's family around, see what they do, and then I'll just kind of tag along.
Are you gonna do a nice little cute couple costume?
Yeah, maybe. I think we're gonna do grapes and cheese because it's our nephew's like favorite food. So every year we do something for like the different nephews and nieces and stuff. This year we're doing grapes and cheese, which is not. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, so I'm just kind of along for the ride. I don't know if I'm the grapes or the cheese either, and I don't know which one's better. I don't know which one I should be.
You're definitely a grape. You're a grape. Ash, what are you wearing for Halloween? What are you doing? Got any plans?
I don't think I have any plans, honestly, but around here, like, the haunted houses are, like, a really big deal. So, I don't know. We'll see. I just kind of play it by ear. We'll see what's going on and what I decide to do.
Yeah. What are we thinking is going to be one of the more popular Halloween costumes this year? What do you think? What are we thinking?
Definitely some Stranger Things stuff. Like, didn't one of the I forget who it was, but didn't one of the players on the Giants I forget who it was? Didn't one of the players on the Giants have like the dude from Stranger Things 4 like on his door?
Oh, did he?
Like the big I think so. And then he had all the quarterbacks that he sacked, but that's different.
Stranger Things was this year, right? Jeez.
Yeah.
God, seems like it was a
Zach
long
Madden's
time
the name of
ago.
the dude. I know, right? Dude, this year's been long and short all at the same time.
What's like a corny sneakerhead costume though? Like we just like what is gonna be those cringe sneakerhead costumes that people are gonna be doing that we just know? Is people gonna be dressing up as Lasership and UPS? I think that's that's a classic one, but it's got that definitely rubs a few people the wrong way.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Or a FedEx worker.
I'm sure there's going to be people that are going to be like panda dunks. I don't know.
Oh, dressed with a panda. Yeah, panda. Oh man.
I've been seeing those ones that they post about like the 2012 with the flannel outfits or the panda dunk one. I've been seeing those on Instagram floating around, so we'll see what people cook up this Halloween season.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing in my life. I don't know what I have no costume. I have I got invited to one party. We'll see if I go. But man, I don't even know what day it is anymore.
Is this your first Florida party?
Yeah, actually.
Nice.
I mean, I've been a few places downtown near the bars.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
But like, yeah, for it's like a big house party. So, and I'm like, damn. We're still doing house parties? Should I still do it? When's like the age that can I still go to house parties? Is that acceptable?
You can go to house parties at any age.
Okay.
Live your life.
I guess so. If I walk in and everyone's doing cake stands, I'll be like, oh, what the hell's going on?
That's a crazy type of party.
Yeah, that's a party that I would be invited to probably. But anyways, so let's start getting to some more crazier topics or like some meat. Obviously the big story this week, Seth, is the Adidas Yates situation.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. how do you feel on it? And like, what happens, man? I'm lost on this. Like, from have you ever seen anything like this in the sneaker game?
I haven't. I mean, it's such a nuanced it's such a nuanced topic, and it's one that I feel like I don't know. Like, I think everyone has a different opinion on it, and I don't know whose opinion is right, and I don't even know really what to think, and I kind of guess we just got to wait till the dust settles and see what happens. But in terms of sneakers, this is probably one of the biggest. I would assume one of the biggest things that's happened in a while, because like, I mean, Kanye is truly like, he's like almost Michael Jordan level when it comes to sneakers. Since like even the 2010s. So it's like him leaving or getting forced out is definitely going to have some repercussions, especially since like the 350s and the foam runners and like even the foam. I'm wearing foam slides right now, or the Easy slides right now, and like even just either not having those come out or having those under like a different name is going to be pretty crazy. So yeah, it's wild, and it's just like it's a crazy situation, and because of all the things that he said, I think it's also like a very sensitive situation too, and that's really makes it even more difficult to kind of try and
It's
unpack what the hell's going on.
it's like two sides of it, right? You see the sneakerhead side, but then you realize the reason why he is
Mhm.
gone, and it's just like, I mean, I know like for the chats and stuff that I've been a part of, and it's created more like division, and that's what's crazy. It's like
100%.
sneakers always brought everyone together. I always thought, like
Yep.
we're all at the end of the day, we all come from different backgrounds, we're all from different parts of the world, but we all have a passion for shoes, and this is the first time
Mhm.
ever I've seen where everybody was against you, like turning on each other.
Yeah.
Like everyone had different opinion, and like I wanted to like everyone respect everyone's opinion too, of course. But like, I just never seen so much infighting before from people. Like it was just,
Yeah.
it's sad. And Ash, what do you think?
I think it's gonna be interesting to see what he does and how Adidas moves forward as well. As far as me, I don't really see myself buying any more uh, Yeezys or whatever they're gonna call them from Adidas, especially. I'm just gonna stick with what I have and cherish it, and see kind of like what he cooks up and how his attitude changes or what his future will be as well. So I'm just kind of just waiting and seeing what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Seth, do you think they'll still have this? Because like the report they're saying, I guess it was straight up from Complex saying that they still have high
That's
intentions
crazy.
in 2023 to release them still without the Yeezy brand. Do you think it's going to be successful?
I have no idea. I have no clue, because I honestly like I so I didn't expect. I put out a video just about it and just saying like I didn't like the things that he says, and I didn't condone any of the things that he says, and I expected that to be a pretty mild take, but just the amount of, like you were saying, the infighting in the comments was pretty intense, and it seems like there's a side where it's like, the people who just have not been happy with what he's been saying over the last couple months or even years, and then you've got the people who just love Kanye, and I mean, that's fine. Do whatever you want. You have your own opinion. You can do whatever you want. But I didn't realize it was such a strong, like, I just, I don't know. It was crazy. So I literally have no clue what's going to happen. And I've heard a lot of people say that they think that this was all Kanye's plan to get out of his contract. But like, that's a pretty extreme thing to do, to get out of a contract. Like, I mean, I don't know. So I feel like maybe that, I don't know. I really, like, I have no clue what he's thinking or what he's going through or anything. So I have no clue where, what he's saying is coming from, whether it's, struggles that he's having personally, or whether he believes some things or he doesn't believe some things. I have no idea. So I really, like, the only thing that I wouldn't be surprised by is that he probably will release his own shoes under his own brand. That's like the only thing that wouldn't surprise me out of everything, And I think also, I don't know how people are going to react to that, because obviously you've got his fans who are going to be fans no matter what,
Yeah.
and then you've got other people that just have no longer can support Kanye. So it's like, I don't know which group is going to be stronger and which group is going to end up. And maybe he'll come out and just say some, like, apologize or renounce or dig deeper. It just really,
Yeah.
it's just such a crazy situation, and it's like this is almost like Michael Jordan saying something insane. And then it's like, whoa, okay, and then that just would be very divisive within his community too. So it's wild, man.
It is, and like, can can you take his name off the shoe and still try to sell it and be effective? Like, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, can you release a 350 V2 without the Yeezy name on it and still have that same success? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happens. You know, there's a lot more questions than there are answers on this, but like,
Mhm.
I mean, they're hoping, but you know, part of me says the hardcore fan base of Ye will not buy it, and the people
Yeah.
that he offended would not buy it either. Because I think you still can't take the name off of the product. To me,
No, absolutely not.
even though he had
I
no
agree.
name on it, but he was the one that kind of associated. He was the man behind it. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know how it can be effective. Maybe they'll try to wash it out with all new colorways. Maybe try to rebrand it new colorways. I don't know, but we've seen it
Wow.
all in sneakers, but I don't think we've seen something like this before.
I know, and that's something too. Like even just the reaction of like the what were they called? The Quakes? Not the Quakes. The foam Q. What were they called? The ones that just dropped? The Addy foam Qs.
Added
Yeah.
Q
Is that their
foam.
foam? Addy Q foam. The just the reaction that we saw to that, like all his hardcore fans just not buying that, and even just seeing that like it's a pretty. I don't have my pair anymore, but it was a pretty decent shoe when I had it, and like it's. I mean, it's going for below retail right now, so I
Fake
wonder.
hype. Fake hype.
Yeah.
Everyone hyped it up, and then it's like I've seen it all the time. Everyone talks about it. Everyone's talking about it, but then when it comes to release day, ain't nobody buying it. Ain't nobody buying it.
Yeah.
It's sitting there. I went to Foot Locker and it was sitting on the shelf. I was like, wow, really? I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not that bad of a shoe, but I understand. It's all about the name. It's about the
It
name.
totally is.
It's really
It
about the
totally
name.
is.
Like he could literally put his name on all anything, and it would still have success. But it's just you can't separate it. You just can't separate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I do hear that we have some breaking news that Ye was escorted out of the Skechers office in Los Angeles after he showed up unannounced.
Skechers.
How
Yay.
how do we feel about that?
Oh man, at a Skechers too.
Skechers.
Of all the places, man.
Skechers. What does Ye want from Skechers?
Is this a publicity stunt? Is this a publicity stunt?
It could be. Yeah.
I mean, with him,
mean-
it seems like everything's trying to be a publicity stunt right now. So, I
Yeah.
mean, should we supposed to take this serious? Is he really going to do a Skechers Yeezy? Come on, like, do you really think with everything going on? I don't know. I think it's just to stay relevant.
Definitely
I don't know.
knows. He knows how to stir up conversation.
100%.
So
Yeah, but
And I
it's,
think that like I think from a technical side of things, I think that he may not. I know he's been working on factories in the U.S., but I don't know if he's figured out manufacturing in the U.S. yet. So I think by losing Adidas, which he seems to have wanted to do at early, a couple months ago, so maybe he is ready. But like I feel like maybe he just needs a manufacturing partner or something. But and if he did do a collab with Skechers and it worked out, like he would probably come out and say, I made a shoe that could never sell. And to his credit, like he probably could. So like I think either way, whether it's a publicity stunt or he actually turns that brand into something hype, like he comes out like in the news regardless.
well, you have a lot of experience with that too. You designed your own sneaker. You manufacture your own socks.
Like
So
a super
I'm sure
small-
I'm sure from even from a smaller standpoint to a larger global standpoint, it's probably not easy, right? It's not easy. You'd probably take a lot of money, a lot of probably bank, a lot of people behind them to back it. It's not something that can be just done, especially in the U.S. where we don't even have the resources for that stuff.
yeah,
It's-
for sure.
It's crazy.
Yeah, shoes in general are so expensive. Like even just I never did this. I never molded my own midsoles or anything, but I know that if you're doing like a custom shoe that needs molding, like you need to essentially cut out like a big mold in steel or whatever the metal is, like each size for that shoe for each for each left and right, and then of course you need a bunch of those just so that you can make multiple shoes at once, and that costs like even on a very small scale is like $20,000 per size. So like you do it for one run of sneakers, it's like nuts. And so like I mean he's rich, so like he could probably do it, but it's like it's like a pretty major it's not like a lot of people are able to start clothing brands like just because it's the startup costs are so much lower. Like shoe brands are just like a whole nother like level of just craziness.
And,
So
well, I mean, if he ever needs 3D printing shoes, he knows who to hit up, right?
well, did you see he did a 3D printed boot?
Yeah,
like, a
he
week
did.
ago,
He
2 weeks ago.
did.
Yeah,
Could that be the future? 3D printing shoes, footwear? I
it
mean,
could
you're the
be.
guy.
I mean, it's tough. Like I'm gonna tell you right now, I've struggled doing it, but like he knows he seems to be doing it. Like the brand that made it, I bought a pair of shoes from it. It just came in today, and I'm excited to see like how wearable it actually is and what the material feels like and stuff. And
Is
it's
it
gonna be.
comfortable? I mean,
I have no
I
idea.
mean, I watched
I
it.
literally came in right before this.
Well, your 3D printing shoes, you did it at SneakerCon. That shit, all that
Oh yeah,
blew up. Your content, I think it was had like over a
I
million
know.
views. It got like over a million
Crazy.
views. Was it comfortable? Like, was it?
No, not at all. It was awful. But I have learned from it. So like now you can like do like I'm working on a collab video where I'm 3D printing a skateboarding shoe, and
Ooh.
I'm going to do like the exterior in like a soft plastic, and then the interior like the insole. I'm going to do like a drop-in insole and like a super soft plastic. So hopefully that's more comfortable. But that's the farthest I've gotten so far. Like I'm still kind of just using that same sort of. I don't have any with me, but like that same sort of like soft rubbery plastic. That's not crazy comfortable, but it works. Like you can wear it.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So, I also, we gotta touch. I know you showed the shoe, but like, we gotta talk about some Joe Fresh goods too. I'm just curious, like, not just Joe Fresh goods, but the hype in sneakers right now. Have you noticed a drop off, both of you? Like, have you noticed like a huge like step back to what we were beginning of the year? Because the Joe Fresh goods I thought was one of the hottest shoes probably of October, and to me, they did okay. But are people just maybe just up in arms and just waiting patiently for the lost and founds right around the corner, or like where are shoes right now? Like I don't know where the sneaker game is. Ash, what do you
Um,
think?
Well, I think that like a lot of people, there's so many shoes coming out every week. It's so hard to keep up. Like if you're a reseller, like okay, that's your job to buy and sell shoes, but the average consumer or the average person, sneakerhead, is not going to be buying like 3, 4, 5 shoes a week. Like for me personally, it's probably like 2 to 3 a month, if that. So I just think that too many shoes are coming out. They're just pushing everything out that they were supposed to release during COVID, and it's just too much. So I have to be choosy and pick what I want and what I don't want. That's how I feel. And then I feel like, honestly, Joe Fresh Goods, Salehi, like the New Balance, honestly, is killing it. And now that Adidas doesn't have Yeezy anymore, I think New Balance is kind of like number one.
You think? Yeah, you think it's going to be above it? You think it's going to take? Oh, that's a hot take. That's a hot take.
I mean, I agree.
Oh
I'm with you
yeah,
on
yeah,
that.
yeah. It's like yes. Do you think so? You honestly think like you'll go Nike, and then you think New Balance could creep up it too?
I think so. Yeah, because I feel like New Balance is like it's so well established already, and then they're starting to just put out some really great. I think what happens is they already had great shoes, and people are now starting to realize it. Like it took me a while to actually realize it, and once I realized it, I'm like, wow, there's so much good stuff, and even the non-collab stuff is great. And it's the same way that I think people were with like Ultra Boost, albeit Ultra Boost were still like a new thing at the time. But like you just realize how comfortable the shoe is and how good looking it is, and then you're like, wow, I rock with this. This is great.
Yeah.
So I think they're awesome, man. And I'm really interested to see what Adidas does. Like even whether it's releasing Kanye shoes without his name, which I think like we were talking about, it's probably going to happen. But like what they do outside of that too, because they really like Pharrell and Beyonce are doing great with them, but it's just not on the same level as Kanye. And it's interesting to see like whether they can, and even Bad Bunny. Actually, Bad Bunny's killing it too. But like seeing whether they can really push the hype of that to where,
Yeah.
Ye was.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. But I mean, it's possible. It's definitely possible. I mean, but I think the sneaker game has definitely changed a lot. With the loss of Virgil, and then now with Ye departing, I don't know where we're at right now in sneakers. This is the first time like this has been. It's like we're going into a different. I think we stepped out of this resell world, right, where everything was mids were going for like $300, lows nothing was hitting the stores. You couldn't even walk into nowhere and buy something. Now it seemed like now it's gone, but now it seems like we're going into this new period, and I don't know what's around the corner in 2023, and it's going to be interesting. So especially with these lost and founds that are right around the corner, right? Like,
Yep. The
It's
one
gonna be a
thing that
problem.
I think we can. What's up?
They're going to be a problem.
I know, and there's supposed to be a bunch of them, but like still, like even that, Like I'm trying to get my wife a pair. I'm trying to get a second pair for myself, and I don't think it's gonna be possible. At least
The
not for
back
retail.
door
But I'll
is
try.
open.
I know, for real. I wish they'd open it to me sometimes, but they never do.
Right.
Are you serious? You're
Yeah,
Mr. Seth Fowler.
no
Really?
one ever. Oh man, the best I get is like, for example, like I buy a lot of shoes off like Stadium Goods and Goat just because they both like have shoes that are quickly shipped. The
Yeah.
best I get is like VIP status on Stadium Goods, which is great.
Really?
Don't get me wrong. It's like you can message someone and say like, hey, when's this shoe coming in? But then like you get like early access to shoes that like I already saw it's I don't know I shouldn't hate on it because it's great, but like
Yeah.
it's not like I'm getting a discount, which is a bummer. It would really help me out a lot.
Stadium Goods. Okay, get on it. Come on, man. You're the number one customer.
I love Stadium Goods and Goat. They're both great. They're both great, and I guess Flight Club too, because Flight Club's part of Goat. But I don't ever go to the store.
What do you guys think with all the backdooring issue now? Do you think it's like, what do you think now? Like resale was a problem, but now there's no resale, so now it's just turning into this backdoor thing. What do you guys think on that?
I just think that we all know that it's happening. We can't really do anything about it. It's just like, do you want to be a part of this backdoor situation, or do you want to catch a L on release day? So
Yeah.
you can't really do anything about the backdoor. It is what it is. You just have to pray and hope that you get that W or get your money up and pay resale.
Yeah.
100%. Completely agree. Yeah.
Yeah, but
way around it.
aren't they're just doing it wide in the open though, man. It's like
know.
it used to be just like, you used to think they do it in a dark alley, like meet up back in the dark alley, we'll just exchange it, or you'll meet the dude behind like in the trunk of his car and he's got them, but no, they're just taking the boxes, moving right into whatever StockX, and they don't take them out of the Nike box. They still got the label on them, for crying out loud. And they're just doing it right in front of us.
That's crazy.
It's probably going to be one of the most backdoored shoes, probably easily.
Oh, for sure. It's got to be, right? Because if there's that many pairs, and then it's got, and it's just like with the cool grays and stuff, like that was a insanely heavily produced shoe, but like the hype for that shoe is just nowhere near. I mean, it was hyped, but like this is crazy.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
dude. I mean, the shoe is going to be everywhere, so they're going to get the interest from the general public, right? Everyone's going to have an opportunity to get it, but then it's the staple, right? It's the number one grail, I think, for a Jordan shoe, if not, right? Am I crazy on that? If you think
No,
for
I
a
agree.
sneaker must have Jordan shoe,
Yeah.
it's got to be the Chicago's, right?
Yeah,
So
I mean, yeah, I'd say so.
So I think like this doesn't come around too often, right? This is like once in how many, like once in 10 years. So
2015 was the last time, I think. Well, there was the Spider-Mans, but they didn't really they didn't do it for me. To be
no,
honest, but
yeah.
I like them. Like I just wasn't trying to pay $800, and then at the time, like I wasn't feeling them at all. So like I just let them go, and then I don't know.
Yeah.
If I could have gotten them for retail, it would have been different. But
Yeah, so we're all right. So Seth's 2 pairs minimums on lost and founds. 3 pairs. He needs 2 for himself, 1 for his wife. And Ash, you need a pair?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. You need a pair?
Need.
I'm gonna get a pair. Yeah. Ash, Ash, you gonna hit on sneakers?
Yeah, I'm not paying resale for them.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll double check on that. I'll make sure.
Okay. I promise you I won't. I promise you I won't.
Okay. Yeah, we'll hope, and I hope anybody that's listening, we pray for a sneakers W on that one, because I think a lot of you guys, that's probably going to be your best chance. I'm keeping it on it. Maybe if we get a shock drop or anything like that, but we'll see. I do have a question though, Seth.
Yeah.
What has been one shoe that you reviewed that you absolutely hated? Okay, but then you polished it off. You polished it off, and you said like, or maybe like you liked it at first, and you look back and it's like, damn, what the hell was I thinking on that review?
man,
Because you're the review guy, man. This is Mr. Seth Fowler. This guy is one of the best sneaker reviewers in the game. I mean, everybody goes to him to see like his point of view and his, what's his sizing advice. I know a lot of people always want to know what's the size on these new shoes. So I know, what's one shoe that you like polish it up, you said it was low great, and then you look back on it like, what the hell was I thinking on that one?
I'm sure there's just like some colorways of like Jordan 1s or Jordan 4s or something that I said something stupid about. that but I can't think of anything offhand. I know there is though, because there's a lot of shoes that I'll say stuff. The worst is like I'll wear a shoe for like a couple days and then review it, and then like I'll wear it for like 2 more weeks, and then my opinion will completely change. And that's the worst. It doesn't happen much, but like when it does, it's like, dang. Like I wish I had just worn this longer. But then you get to that point where it's like, well, if I put out this review too late, then it's not gonna get views, and it's just such a crappy cycle. But I'm sure there's a bunch. Like without going through my videos, I'm sure it's like a colorway that, I'm sure it's. I do succumb to the hype a lot. Like if there's like a shoe that's really hyped up, in my head, if I get it, I'm really excited about it and I'll be stoked on it. And then I'll realize like a couple months later it was just all hype. And so I'm sure there's some shoes like that too.
Well,
I feel like that's gonna be me with the Canyon Purple 4s.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I got them, and then I'm probably not gonna wear them.
You got them in yet?
Yeah, I got them. They're downstairs, so I don't have them on me.
I think you'll pull it off. I don't know. You could pull it off. You got any purple in the closet?
I probably wouldn't wear like purple for real. Like I'd probably do like maybe like a purple accessory, like a purple tote bag or something, or like a hat.
Yeah.
I have fits, but like I feel like that would be a shoe that I would just pull out like once in a blue moon. I don't have any suede 4s, so I was like, let me get them.
Yeah. Styling with Ash. I like it. Yeah. You could probably work with that jacket. That jacket looks nice. The Nike jacket. There you go. Throw those on right there. Boom. There you
Everyone
go.
loves
Little
this
pop in the
jacket.
shoes. There you go. You go. You go, Ash. Seth, though, tell me, honest to God, how many Jordan 1s have you reviewed on your channel? It must be like, 100 or so? You must be like, damn, like how can I make this video 8 minutes when it's the same shoe over and over again? It's got nice leather. It's a high top. Like, I know how you must think that. You must be like, because we got to hit that 8 minutes, right? We got to hit that 8 minutes for all those ads.
It's funny that you say that because I was just thinking that about Yeezy 350s and was like, oh, good. Now I don't have to review Yeezy 350s anymore. But it's like the same thing with Jordan 1s. Like the nice thing is like at least Jordan 1s, like you have collabs that do things differently. With Yeezy 350s, it's just like always prime knit. It's always boost. And there's nothing wrong with it. Great shoes. Like nothing wrong with them. But like, yeah, I definitely have reviewed a bunch of both. I think probably Jordan 1s maybe like 30. Possibly. Maybe more, maybe less. I would assume around 30.
Yeah.
But
jeez.
Yeah.
350s, yeah, same thing with 350s, right? Just the same colorway, just prime knit upper, 350 on the
Yep.
side, got full length boost. There you go.
But that's the thing, like with Yeezy, like at least over the last couple of years, like there was a bunch of the same stuff. Like he'd release like 7 different tan colorways of the same shoe, but then you get something crazy that was just like the most insane thing, and that was so much fun to review because it was like completely different. Like it looked different, it felt different. With Jordans, it's like it's just another retro. Which don't get me wrong, I think that's my favorite thing, but like. It was just review wise, it can be boring. That's why, like, even though I didn't love the J Balvin 2s, like I still like that shoe a lot, but it's not like my favorite shoe. But it was different, so I really liked reviewing it because it had something else going on, like some more bells and whistles. So.
Light them up.
Exactly.
With a light up shoe. Pay
It sounds
$200.
stupid now that you're saying it, like it was just a light up shoe, but at the same time, like I was like, oh, good, something different.
Yeah, my little nephew has a pair of something that lights up too. But no, yeah, I know. I definitely agree. And I think that's one thing that's going to be missed. Honestly, is the craziness, the 450 type stuff, the weird, crazy stuff that definitely pushed the boundaries. We're not going to get that no more. Everyone plays it so safe, and I hate that. I hate that in sneakers. Like nobody wants to. So everyone's too afraid. That's why when Jordan puts out a new shoe, it's just like the same retros that they just let's take 11, let's take a 3, let's take a 4, and let's put it all into one. Pretend they had a baby, and boom.
That's the worst.
It's like, no, dude, why don't you just do something different?
I would take a Sketcher over that, realistically.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. That should be one of your things. That's like, if you lose a bet, make you review a Jumpman Jordan. That's what I would do.
Or wear Skechers for 30 days.
Oh yeah.
Do a
My
wear
feet would probably be
test.
really comfortable though. To be fair.
Yeah.
Skechers are not bad, man. I think they're not. I think they're good.
Yeah. They know what they're doing. They're good at like copying.
Hey, nurses wear Skechers and they're on their feet all day. So
Skechers
it's a worker
genuinely are.
shoe.
Like, they're very comfortable. Like they know what they're doing. There's a reason why they're like the second best selling. Is it the second best selling footwear brand after Nike? I think.
I saw that. I was like, what? Huh?
Yeah.
But they
know what they're
own the
doing.
workforce. They own the workforce. And people forget about that. Like, it's not about hype. It's not always about,
Yep.
the Travis Scotts and the, the Off-White stuff. Sometimes it's about, the people that work in the kitchen, work in the
Absolutely.
nurses, the doctors, everybody. Yeah, we're going to take a 5-minute break. And when we come back, we're going to dive right back into it with Seth. What the heck just happened during the break? What did I see you do over your phone?
I may have bought some shoes, but it's only because you made me. So, to be fair,
Well, we were having this great discussion about these shoes, the Midnight Navy Force, which I showed Seth,
great pair.
and I was just like, Seth, like, oh yeah, what do you think on these? 'Cause I just got my pair in. Seth's like, when did they even come out? You serious, Seth? Are you serious? I rely on you for the reviews, and you don't even know when the shoe comes. It comes out this Saturday. This Saturday. You don't even know.
I didn't know. I really didn't know. I dropped the ball. I really did. I was thinking about getting them to review them, but I just forgot, and then
What, really? Like,
I don't know.
Ash, what do you think?
They're
Ash,
beautiful.
Ash, what do you think?
I'm not gonna lie. I honestly like the military black Force Bills. Like, it's just the navy and the gray is not doing it for me.
Really?
You know, I like
my
the
God,
black.
I'm about to shut this shit down right now, bro. Are you serious? Like,
I'm
honestly, I'm
so
not even.
sorry.
I'm not even high up on these, but I respect fours are it right now. Fours are it,
They are
They definitely
100%.
and yeah. I don't know. Seth, you got me shook here, guys. Seth,
I know, but I got him. I'll get him in on Friday, according to Goat. So like, we'll be good. I'll drop it on Friday.
you
I didn't
that
even have a
good?
video
That
for
quick
Friday, so it's
turnaround?
perfect. Yeah, instant ship.
Well,
Yeah,
no, I'm
it's
saying
great.
your video, you'll do
Oh,
the
yeah.
video that day, boom, have it out by night.
For reviews, yeah, actually, just pretty much as long as it's not like a video where it's like for a 3D printing video or something where I actually have to do like a lot of like prep work for it. Yeah, I can use, or like a $20 sneaker collection video where I need to actually go thrifting. Like if it's a review, it's just like the way I've got my, the way my bank account's set. No, the way that my studio is set up is that I've got one camera, like the main like shooting camera, and then I've got the B-roll station. So I'll wear the shoe for the entire day or the amount of time that I have it. It's different, like if it's a brand new style of shoe, but if it's a Jordan, like I'll try it on, I'll see if it fits, I'll film the on-foot stuff, and then I'll go talk about the shoe, and like, and I'll do a little bit of research to see sort of what's going on with it, and then I'll film B-roll, and then I'll just knock it all out really quickly, because like the reviews is just, it's such like a cadence that I've done a million times, so it's like so easy to just kind of knock it out.
The art
But
of
then
the
anything else,
review.
like it takes me days to do, but the reviews I can knock out like
I like that.
that.
Write a book, bro. The Art of a Sneaker Review by Seth Fowler. I feel
No
like,
one would
hey,
read it, man.
these other YouTubers, they need help. I'm telling you, they need help. Half the time they ramble for 20 minutes holding this shoe like, all right, like this is like, okay. I'm like, dude, it's a Jordan 1. How is this video 20 minutes long? It's a review on a Jordan 1. It's like, oh, God. Hit him up. Seth will help you out. But just so listen, I just talked about the night. This man just bought him right now on the spot. Telling you, Seth, you're killing it, bro.
Well, I
Seth-
didn't I honestly like, I just didn't realize. I didn't know.
All right.
Well, we got a review coming. Make sure y'all go watch
Yeah,
it.
review's coming, hopefully.
So let's go into our questions. This question from the audience. Yeah, that's you that's listening right now. You can submit your questions to one of us up here or our special guest. So last week we put it out there. If you had any questions for Seth, you guys sent a ton. Some of them a little bit too crazy, so we had to take those off the list. But yeah, we want you to send some questions in. We'll ask some good ones to our special guest. How do you do that? Well, I'll tell you right now. It is at podcast@Roszko.biz. Again, it's podcast@Roszko.biz. That's where you can submit your questions. And let's get into it. So I'll start off with the first one for all of us. It is simple. Travis. Is that the Travis? Travis Scott? Is that you? Travis wrote in with, what's your desert island shoe? Not the colorway, but the model. But not necessarily the most hype. But if it's for the rest of your life, you had to wear just one shoe, regardless of colorway, what would it be? For me, it's Ultra Boost, he says. All right, Travis. I'll start it off. I'll just say, oh, God, I don't even know if I can say this right now. It's hurt. I don't know, man. I love Wave Runners, man. I just love Wave
they're
Runners.
great.
I love
They're
Wave
great.
Runners, man. It's my favorite shoe by far. I just
Oh.
love. When I got that shoe, it felt like I got the. It reminded me back, dude. It brought back to the day I bought the. I got the newest 360, the Xbox 360. I opened that up. I was like a little kid. I was screaming, jumping up and down. I got the Project Gotham Racing. If you guys remember that game, came with it. The big control. I was screaming, and I felt that same type of energy when I got the Wave Runners. I don't know why. I wore that shoe. I still wear that shoe. It's my beater. Love it. But that's my one shoe. Ash, what about you?
My shoe would have to be like something comfortable, so it would have to be a foam or the Salehi Pollux Croc.
Ooh, okay. Okay. What?
Nice. That's a good call.
Yeah. Seth,
Oh.
what do you got?
So Ultra Boost is a good answer, and I originally probably would have said that, but the more I thought about it, Ultra Boost and Prime Knit, it gets torn up, especially when you're doing island things like climbing or building, survivoring essentially. So like I'm afraid that my twigs might rip up my Prime Knit or whatever I'm fashioning might take a toll on my shoes. So I'd probably go with the boring answer, but one that I feel like is a good standby. The New Balance 990, because it's a good looking, not that looks matter on an island, but like good looking shoe, very durable, and I could run in it. Well, that's about it. Walk in it, climb in it, whatever I need to do in order to survive.
There you go, Magaiga, right? Magaiga, is that? Yeah, there you go, Seth. You got the beard, man. You look like you've been on an island for a while.
I know, yeah. Okay, Tom Hanks.
Well, there is another question from Will. Will wants to know, hey there, since this is your first podcast, what other podcasts do you listen to? And if not any podcasts, maybe audiobooks. Thanks for the pod, Will. So, whoever wants to start off, maybe Seth?
Sure. Yeah, I'll start off. So there's a couple that I listen to on a pretty regular basis. There's the Money Guy Show, which is a show about just like personal finance and stuff. I love that show. There's the Dave Ramsey Show, which I also listen to a lot. Again, personal finance. I've been listening a lot to Kill Tony, which is like a comedy show where it's like they have these comedians come up, like brand new comedians come up and do like a minute set where they're uninterrupted, and then the comedians, Tony and whoever his guest is, just roast that comedian for 5 minutes, and it's great. And then some friends of mine started one called the Minor Details Podcast. They're industrial designers. They're like really well-established industrial designers. So it's a design podcast. That's really fun. Yeah, those are probably the four main ones. Also, the Always Sunny in Philadelphia podcast. It's Always Sunny podcast where they talk about, like, they look at the old episodes and then they talk about all the behind the scenes. It's great. It's amazing. I love that one too. There's five solid ones. How about you guys?
Well, I'll go because I really don't listen to podcasts, honestly, or audiobooks. I prefer like to read a physical book. But one podcast that I have listened to is one of my friends, and it's called What Now? And then I'm currently reading a book right now called 25 Summers. But that's my pick.
Jeez.
What sort of books are they? Are they fiction, nonfiction?
I like both. Yeah, probably both. If I read the back of a book and I'm like, oh, I like this, I'll just read it. I'm not too picky.
Awesome.
My goal is like 12 books a year, and I met it last year, and I think right now I'm at book 9, so I'll probably surpass my goal.
That's awesome.
For the year. Yeah.
On track.
Wow.
That's great.
Look at a little bookworm here. I like it. Honestly, oh god, I feel so pathetic because I can't remember the last time I read a book. Maybe I need to read a book more often. Maybe it's probably good for me that way. I don't know. Maybe that's why I have like bad literature, I guess. I can't read stuff. I don't know. I am terrible at reading, so I'm not a big reader. So for podcasts though, man, I feel like a dude bro up here. Because I listen to all like the dude bros like stuff like Milk Boys, Impulsive.
Nice.
Like I mean this is our first podcast, so I always like to watch like what's the top, what's the trend, what's the number one, how do they do it, how do they run stuff, and you look at the people that are up at the top. So like even like Joe Rogan, like how can you not like his
Oh
stuff
yeah,
when it was
100%.
because he gets the craziest guests. So that's the stuff I tend to watch, and some sports. I'm a big sports guy. I love Boston sports, so anything that's up there too. Like I know the podcast about Patriots, Red Sox, Celtics. I'm all ears. So, no, that's me. That's me.
You know, I will say I actually do watch is it the athletes? The athletes, the one on YouTube with all the football players on it. Have y'all seen that one?
There's a lot of one. A lot of football players do have
No.
podcasts.
Which one is it? Oh man, it's gonna bother me now.
Really? I know. There's like a few. Travis Kelsey has his own podcast with his brother.
Mm.
What's this? There's
You
a
guys
lot
listen
of
to the
players
JJ
that do
Redick
it.
podcast?
I don't know.
It's been around. I think it's been 2 years that it's been around. I can't even remember the name, but I watched that one on YouTube. It's pretty funny. It has Ocho Cinco in it.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
and
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like a
Ocho
few
Cinco has
characters.
come to my mind. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really hilarious. I'll remember and I'll tell you guys later.
All right. So, all right. Last question. So, Nicholas writes in to ask. This question goes for all three on this episode. What would you say is the most influential sneaker model of all time? Colorway, if you want to be more specific. Wow. I don't even know how to answer that one. That's why I'm gonna let Seth, you go first on this one. Most influential sneaker model of all time. You got to go all the way back, right?
I mean, so it's like, I could say Converse. I could say, I guess maybe in the modern, I guess it's all time. The Jesus sandal. I'm not. I guess modern era. I guess maybe the Air Jordan 3, just because the world would be so different if it wasn't for the Air Jordan 3.
Good one.
It's just my. And it's also a great shoe. Just a
It
great
is.
shoe
It's one of my
overall.
favorite.
That's
Jordan.
my favorite. Yeah.
Ash, what are you thinking?
This is so hard. I'm not gonna go. Oh, there we go. It's called I Am Athlete Podcast for the last question. I Am Athlete Podcast.
She
Thank
had to
you,
go
Will.
back.
I
There you go.
appreciate you. I don't want to go hype. I'm just gonna say like a Birkenstock because it's been around a while. It's gonna last. It's durable. I love it, and now it's hype.
Yeah.
So, Birkenstock.
I don't even know influential sneaker model of all time. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, the one that was with me growing up was always Air Force Ones. I mean, that was so big in the Northeast.
one.
It was so big in the Northeast. Like, just all the colorways. I just remembered that whole era with Nelly rocking jerseys. We're rocking the big jerseys with the elongated tees. We had the caps on, man. We were looking like a damn idiot out there. Baggy pants didn't even fit. But we all had Air Forces. Everybody, even black Air Forces. Even though they have that stigma now, they never were like that. That's all I wore growing up was black Air Forces, because my mom was just always like, "Oh my God, you wear white Forces? They're gonna get dirty the first day. We're getting you black Air Forces." And I was like, "Oh, okay, all right." So, but now you wear black Forces today, sheesh. Yeah, they're thinking about to rob a bank. But, yeah. So there we go. That's the questions. So again, if you guys are interested in sending some questions, make sure you guys do so by podcast@roscoe.biz. Appreciate you guys. You guys had some good ones today. Hopefully you guys keep sending them. Seth, I don't know. We talked about a little bit about your sock company, but should we tease them a little bit of what we have coming up in the works? Give me a little tease.
so.
Little tease.
I think so. Hey man, it's all you. You got this, dude.
Yeah.
This is your collection.
Yeah, so Seth reached out, what was it, over the summer, right? I think over the summer, and he asked, hey, we should do one. So we are having a Chicken and W's Apothecary sock collab coming very soon, within the next month or so. Super, super excited. Fun colors. I'm not going to go into details of it, but it's fun. It's different. It's going to match with some of the cool shoes that are out. And we'll give more further details when we have it. But it's going to be launching soon. Soon, soon, soon. And Seth, Aussie, thank you so much for that opportunity, man.
Of course, dude.
And
You were one of the most requested people, like out of everyone. I think you were probably the most requested collab that we've ever had, which is awesome. I mean, it's just your community is awesome, so it makes sense. And you're awesome, so like it obviously makes sense.
we had some. You have had
But
some great
doubly
collabs. You had some. I mean, come on. You had some good collabs. You had one with Kais. I just talked to Kais this week, a couple days ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was over here in our Tampa for a sneaker
Oh,
event.
that's sick.
And
dope.
yeah, you just had one with
He's a good
him.
dude. Yep.
Yeah, and who else have you had
Banana.
collabed with?
Oh, Banana. Yep. Hers is another really requested one, or one that we had when. Yeah, that was great. Who else? We had some artists from New York, which I was a fan of. Shoot, we've got some other ones coming up. I'm trying to think. I think you're like the main. You're like the main one. So I'm stoked, man.
Who's your dream?
I'm
collab?
excited.
Who's your dream collab?
co-
Like artist or what? A designer or like who would be like, dude? We like you reach out, you look over your partner and be like, dude, we made it, bro. Like this dude wants to work with us.
I mean, I think Salehi would be one that I'd be really
Yeah?
stoked on. I mean, you know what, man? Like, if Kanye hit us up and said he wanted to do a sock, like, I don't know. That'd be crazy. Pharrell.
Yeah.
Shoot, I don't know, man. So I think Salehi would be like the top. Like, I don't think it's a realistic thing to want, but like, I'd be stoked if we got Salehi. I'd be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Any
That's so cool.
athletes?
Ooh, well, you know,
I know you're big.
Lamar Jackson probably.
Whoa!
Embiid.
You know what? That would be insane. You know who your buddy could? You know you should head up. DG.
Who's that?
DG Reserve.
Who?
Have you talked to him in a while?
No.
He's
He
Mason.
owns the store in Maryland, right?
Mason, yeah, he's the one that sold you the Supreme Dunks.
Supremes, yeah.
Yeah, I
saw your
remember
video.
that.
You went to the event, right?
Yeah,
How was it? I couldn't make it. I really wanted to go.
dude. Honestly, dude,
He's awesome.
he has all the Ravens players come through his store, and yeah, dude. I mean, I'll try to let him know, but like, dude,
Bro, that's Justin Tucker would be great. Patrick Queen, man, Calais Campbell, anybody.
that'd be sick. That would be sick.
Marlon
man.
Humphrey would be great. But again, with the Sixers too, like, you know, Harden and Embiid. Well, Harden's with Adidas. When Embiid's with Under Armour, that probably wouldn't happen. Harden and Embiid. I'm a really big fan of George Niang. That'd be cool too. B-Ball Paul, Tyrese Maxey.
Have you ever had to deal with
Even
any
some-
litigation
even some
stuff?
Celtics too.
though?
I'll take some Celtics too.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, but you gotta be careful. Like, isn't that like all litigation contracts and all? Dude, that might be.
Yeah, it'd be I don't think it would happen. I think it would. I don't think. I think it would either have to be someone who's. I don't think it could be like one. I don't think it could ever be like a Kevin Durant or something like one of the. I mean, Harden and Embiid, and you know, in my mind, all the Sixers are that level. But
Yeah.
I don't think it could ever be someone like a Brady or someone like that, just because they're so tied into their contracts, or like LeBron. Like, there's no way he's ever doing anything without, like, not with Nike. You know, so
Yeah.
realistically, it would have to be someone that is about to blow up, and then it's sort of the partnership grows from there. I think that's the only way I could really
You gotta get someone in
or maybe
college.
someone who's looking for a
What's those new college contracts? You get locked down a player.
Oh yeah,
NIL.
we've gotten some. We got a girl from Duke reach out. We've had some
Whoa.
other players. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm
That's
excited
sick.
about that. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I don't know what the status is on that. Osman's handling that one, but that's pretty cool. I was excited about that. Yeah, maybe one day some NBA players. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. So, Seth, outside of YouTube, I know I've talked about a little bit of YouTube. Well, what's your what's some passions that you got that that's different, like that nobody would know, like someone that watches your videos and think you're all about sneakers. You live and breathe sneakers, but then whoa, what is Seth also into?
I think a lot of the stuff I've talked about, I'm into retro gaming. Like, I've been.
I
recently
saw
getting
that.
a-
I
really
saw
into-
that.
really into
Yeah.
retro gaming.
It looks
I have
cool.
I built that whole retro station in my studio, which I'm excited. Well, it's a bedroom, but in the studio that I film in,
Yeah.
with all the different consoles, I'm really excited about that. I've been doing a lot of that. Not so much the gaming, but the finding games. It's just been more fun, going to the thrift stores and stuff. And,
Well, we know you
flea
live at the thrift.
oh, dude, it's great. I need to go more. I only go once or twice a week, but if I really wanted to find some crazy stuff, I should be going not every day, but as much as I can.
Yeah.
I've been really, and this is so lame, but I've been like really into investing recently, like just index funds, man, the most boring kind of investing. Just like ooh, which S&P 500 index fund should I should I look at? It's so boring, but it's so I just love it. I love that sort of stuff, and I'd love to get into real estate one day, like just stupid like interests that are just like a little too adult for me, and I'm too much of a child to be able to handle the reality of them. So
Yeah, feel you. I feel you on that.
gaming is the good answer. I'll stick with retro gaming.
Yeah.
They're all great. And let's talk about your time on YouTube. How long have you been making videos on there?
With this channel since 2016, but with like some like smaller, just like fun channels that I had since 2000. I think 2006 was the first video I posted, and it was
It's
it
been
was
a
a review of
minute.
the Xbox 360. It was the Xbox 360 Elite review. That was what got me into it, and then I did some more like just skits from there, and then I tried to do some like music stuff, and I'm a big I love music. That's
Your
part of the
band?
last
You got a band?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, I love
Yeah,
it.
nobody would
I don't
know
know why I
that.
didn't just lead with
This
that.
man, what do you
Bro, I
play? You play the
completely
bass?
forgot about that.
You play the bass?
Yeah, I play. I mainly sing, but then I also do bass and
Wait,
guitar.
you sing?
Oh,
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yo!
That's my main. Bro, that was bro. Oh my
Yo,
god. Growing up.
drop your mixtape, bro. Where's the mixtape dropping,
Oh,
man? Drop
you
that
can
shit.
actually, I have some stuff on Apple. Well, it's only one song on Apple Music, but I've got some stuff on
Oh!
like yeah, it's old. Though. It's from, like,
everybody go
2010.
stream it.
Yeah, let's get those numbers
It's not under
up.
my name. It's under Avoca. It's avocado without the do at the end. It's AOVOC. Dude, for some reason A's are like apothecary, like A names just like are really, I don't know. The band before that was Autostrada. I don't know why I like A's so much, but yeah, man, that was, dude, bro, like that was really what I wanted to do before like YouTube. Like I still wanted to do YouTube, but like I wanted to be like a singer in a band for years. Like we did like a tour of the UK one time with one of my bands, which was super cool. Like we were doing okay. And then I just like went to college, and then kind of I just ran out of like I did a bunch of open mics in Philly in college and stuff, and then I just realized that like realistically like I'm not gonna make it. So like I still do it for fun, but it's not like dude, I made it to the last round of auditioning for this one. It wasn't The Voice, it was, which I did audition for The Voice, but it was a different show. I made it to like the last round before they did like 4 rounds before the TV segments, and we made it to the very last one with like the actual like the main producers and stuff. And then because that one was a boy band situation, that was a whole different story.
What? All right,
But
let's get into the bye.
It was it was like one of those situations where like we all loved singing, and then we had a mutual friend who's like, well, I know one of you guys is trying to audition for this show. Why don't you guys kind of combine and do something? Because one of the guys knew one of the producers. The other guy just wanted to be like in a boy band, and then I just wanted to sing. So like we all kind of like came together, and we did that for like 6 months, and then that didn't work out. So then we just kind of split up.
Yeah.
But we were never like really a band. We were just auditioning for this one show. When that didn't work out, we didn't make it. We just were like, okay, it's not happening. So they're all off doing their own. I think one of them's like doing really well on TikTok, doing like covers or something. I don't know what he's doing now, but I don't know what the other one's doing. But yeah, man, that was it for me back in the day. And then I haven't really kept. I mean, I still take voice lessons. I still like do like band stuff, but I don't really promote it
That's awesome.
at all, just because it's not like a.
That's
That was the much better answer to what I said for the last question.
that was
I should've just
awesome.
went with that one.
That's awesome, man. I mean, people are saying that like you should do the Chicken and W's theme song. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you could.
I was never the one who wrote the songs. I was just the one who sang over playing guitar for. I was just terrible at
You
writing
tell me,
songs, man.
you're not like a heavy rocker. You're not going to be like, if I go to your concert, it's not going to be.
In high school, it was, but I wasn't the one who screamed. I just played guitar for that one. But no, I dude, like the bands that I was really into was like the acoustic, like the really light stuff, like the really like soft.
Okay.
Like I was soft. I was definitely like one of those guys. It's like,
Man, you're
oh man,
really-
like he's
look at the
definitely.
soft
I was
guy.
like the kind of dude who like brought an acoustic guitar to like the college hangouts. Like I was that loser. Like I was that guy.
No,
I didn't really smoke in college.
no,
So, like,
you're
I
not the
didn't-
guy
I
underneath the
never really-
tree.
I wasn't like a pothead, so I didn't have that level of it. But I was definitely like that dude who brought the acoustic guitar to like the party.
That's
It was a
awesome, man.
bummer.
If we could all get all the YouTubers together and do like a hidden talent show, that would be awesome. Like that would be honestly, that would be one of the coolest things if we had every sneaker YouTuber do a hidden talent show. That'd be pretty.
Well, what's
fun.
your hidden talent? I know you've got something. I know both of you guys have something. What's y'all's hidden talents? You can't promote a hidden talent show and not have a hidden talent. I know you guys both have hidden talents. I know you
I'm
guys
trying to
both have them.
think.
God.
I
Well, I
don't
did eat.
know.
I don't know. I did eat 30 nuggets on stream the other day. I was pretty proud of myself, but
That's wow. That's
yeah,
good.
that's not impressive.
Great.
But you didn't finish all
What size of
40.
nuggets are we talking
I
about?
know. I don't know. I don't have a talent, man. Jeez.
I don't
I
know.
think
I'm good at sports. That was my thing
Nice.
growing up. Like I did four
Any
sports.
particular one?
I did soccer, volleyball, track, and basketball.
That's awesome.
So-
What was your favorite? Was soccer your favorite out of the?
Yeah, soccer was my favorite, and then was volleyball.
Nice.
Track, I was just like kind of good at it because I've done it since like I was in elementary school. And I'm
awesome.
Jamaican, so you know it goes hand in hand. But I guess that's my talent.
That's awesome.
Oh God, I can make a peanut butter sandwich. I don't have a talent, bro. I'm useless in life.
Dude, bro, you are so talented. Well, at least we know that you're talented on YouTube for sure. There's definitely other stuff in there that like you definitely have. You either are too afraid to tell us, like it's a crazy talent, like a little scary of a talent, or it's like something you should start remembering. But
Yeah.
there's definitely talents there.
I have a hidden room with a lot of. No, I'm not going to go there.
Oh my goodness.
I got I gotta go. No, all right, so we got the you have a few things going on. You got a series going on about the $20 sneaker collection, right? $20 sneaker collection, and you have a 3D printing shoes. How do you come up with that concept of an ongoing series? Like, would you like? How did you think of that? Did you just like, oh, I just want to do this? Is something I'm passionate about? Like maybe like, you know, I know it's a little bit different. It's not like a sneaker review. Like,
I feel like I've honestly kind of gotten bored of like the sneaker reviews just because it's so much like all the time, and like I it's just like, you know, like we were talking about earlier, like Air Jordan 1s, like it's just a different color. So like I was thinking of different things I could do. Like I was watching this guy on YouTube for the thrifting series. I was watching a guy on YouTube who does like thrifting games because I was getting into retro games, and I started talking to him behind the scenes, and he was just like, "You should do this for shoes," and I was like, "Well, I don't know if I can. Like, I don't know if that's something that's realistic because his is like a $10 game collection. He started with $10 and he's slowly building it up to a huge game collection. Or he did it already. He's doing a second season, and it was I just figured, sure, I'll try it. And I tried one episode thinking that like it either wouldn't do very well because, you know, the audience that I have I think is really heavy on like reviews and stuff like, and sneaker news and stuff like that. But then it did really well. Like it actually got, I think, because usually for me like it's doing something different. It either does really poorly or like it does really well, and it usually does really poorly. And this one I think got like 100,000 views in the first like week of it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is serious. So I just started doing more of it, and it was just a blast. And so stuck with it. I've enjoyed it, and it's just kind of like I just got lucky, honestly. And then the 3D printing thing, I've always been in design, and I've always 3D printed for work and stuff. And I just figured, why am I not just doing this for YouTube? Like it's something that I can do. Like why am I not just?
what's different? That is different. I mean, I give you
Yeah.
props to that because it's like that's a whole
Thanks.
nother genre too. That's like a different realm of YouTube that you can probably, you know, bring people over, tell them to check it out, and then, oh yeah, I do shoes too.
Yeah. And it's opened up a lot of avenues for like collaborating with channels that I've always wanted to collaborate with. Like there's one coming up which I'm super excited about.
Uh-oh.
I don't know 100% if it's happening, so I don't want to say it.
No,
but,
don't
like,
say it.
I'm
Don't jinx
super-
yourself. Don't jinx
Yeah,
yourself.
exactly. Yeah.
I've been
And
there,
then
done
there's, like,
that.
some other-
I know what that's like.
Yeah, it's the worst, dude. I hate being so stoked about something and then I tell people about it and then it just doesn't happen. It happens to me all the because I just can't keep my mouth shut. It happens to me all the time.
That happens. It's probably every YouTuber will like get excited about a collab, and then all of a sudden the person goes to you or
It just
something.
doesn't. Like the person will stop responding or like, oh man, I had one recently that I was super excited. Again, I won't say who it was.
We'll call
I
him
was
out. Drop a name. No, don't.
It was like one of those channels that like they blew up a couple years ago, and I've been watching them since the beginning. I was so and they hit me up and like, oh my god, like I'd love to like do something with you. And I was like, yes, it's amazing. And then they just kind of stopped responding. And maybe I mean, it's only been a couple months, so maybe they'll respond in the future. But I feel like I'm just kind of like
They're not
Yeah, it's
calling
only
you
been a couple
back, Seth. I'm sorry. They're not gonna hit you back. I'm sorry.
I was like even talking to my wife about it. Like every day, I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, I hope he responds to my DM. I hope he responds." And like after a month, she's like, "Seth, he's not going to respond to your DM. You got to chill." Like I was like, "Damn, okay."
I'm just bumping this up. Just leave. Just putting up. Just bumping it up on your Instagram. Did you forget about me?
It was like it was something like we needed to schedule a date for when we were going to do stuff, and like I sent a date, and then I didn't get a response, and then a week later, I'm like, "Oh, well, actually, you know that date's passed, but I can do this date."
Yeah.
And then I did that like 2 more times, and I'm like, "I can't keep doing this because it just
No.
looks really pathetic."
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But
I gave up.
what's the?
I still love him. I still watch his channel. So
Oh, there you go.
yeah,
Uh,
he could. Yeah, oof. You never know. Maybe one day. Maybe
One
one day
day.
he'll be like, "Oh, I forgot that DM."
oh yeah. What's your next mountain, Seth? Like, what's the next thing you want to tackle? What is it?
Dude, I don't know. Like I'm honestly like I'm pretty content. Like I don't want to be I'm not content like,
Where
in the
are
sense that
you?
like I don't want to grow or anything, but like I'm pretty happy with like the direction that everything's moving. And I always want to try something new, which I'm sure is true for every YouTuber and every just person in general, but like I'm afraid if I try like kind of do like a big new thing,
Yeah.
it's gonna take me away from the things that I'm really trying to focus on right now, which is YouTube and socks.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know. I guess YouTube, like I want to, with the way that this 3D printing stuff has been going on YouTube, I want to make sure that I'm continually trying to find like that next thing, so that like over the last couple of years, it's just been getting stale, like doing the same thing that I've been doing for years, and I feel like it's just showing to me that like I can still have an audience even if I try something different. So that's something I want to continually be trying, new things, even if it bombs, just because at least I'm trying it, and you never know what
about
hits. So
what about this, Seth? How about 1 million fucking subscribers before the end of the year? Dude, you're 987,
Crazy.
dude. Are you
we'll see if it
kidding
happens,
me?
dude.
Dude, you're
I
right
love seeing that stuff.
there.
I
You're
know, but
right there. 1 million? That is
I'm
like,
stoked. Like, hopefully it works out.
dude,
Because
people don't understand
That's
too. You know how
epic.
hard it is to hit 1 million in general, but to hit 1 million in sneakers, there's only a few people that have done that. If not.
but it made the people who did it, like they killed it. Like it was Kais and Harrison Neville, and I think Blazendary has over 1 million. Like
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense why they hit it. Like they killed it. Like I'm just kind of I never had like they had those big videos that popped, and they like. Well, Kais was always consistently like viral, and Harrison I'm assuming too. I don't really, but I've met Blazendary. I haven't really seen what made him pop off, but I know that like with them, like they had some really big, but I've never had I've never had big hitters. Like the biggest up until that short that I was talking about earlier. I've never had videos like hit more than like 1 million. It's like 4 videos of mine. So it's like it's been a really slow burn, which is great. And I think the audience is better that way because people like they really care about they really care about the community. But like I've never like had that sort of pop, and I don't know.
You're
It's
right
weird.
there, bro. You're right there.
We'll see. It just doesn't seem real, and at the same time, like it's at the end of the day, it's just a number, man. It doesn't really mean anything. So
Yeah,
That's
okay,
true.
bro. Yeah, hit that
Progress-
million. Hit that million, that collab price goes up.
Progress is
wanna do when I hit
progress.
1 million. What's up?
Progress is
Progress is
progress,
progress.
and
True.
you'll get that million soon. And I think like the 3D
We'll see.
printing, that's like the future, and I feel like you can go a long way with that. And I really enjoyed those videos and the shorts. They're super
appreciate
interesting. So, like,
That
big
means a
things
lot.
coming.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
man.
Seth,
Welcome.
I mean, you're gonna get it, bro. By the end of the year, I think when the holiday season comes around, people are gonna be going on looking for reviews. Dude, your lost and found one is absolutely insane, right? Isn't it like through the roof?
It's probably the best review. It's at like well, what's weird, dude, is like with the reviews, like the ones like it's the best of like a hyped review that I've done. I think like maybe the Off-White Chicago's got 1 million, which is crazy because that's the only review I think that I've had.
360,000! 316,000!
Yeah, it's doing well, dude. Bro, but this-
271,000 on your top 10.
crazy,
Dude, you're killing it, man. What are you doing?
I don't know, man. I wish.
Yeah.
The stuff that hits though, like review wise, is like never the hype stuff. It's like usually like the random like I did a Vans top 10 video earlier this year, and it's like almost at 1 million views, and it was a slow burn. Like it took like 6 months to get there, but like I just never expected that to do well. So it's just weird. I mean, it makes sense because the public is not all like mostly isn't sneakerheads.
Oh, it's
so
just
they're just looking
weird
for a
shoes
good pair
that
of
hit
Vans.
for you too. You're right, dude.
it's
Off-White
really weird.
mid. Nobody wanted those 264,000. Nobody wanted
That's
them.
why I didn't. That's why I didn't buy the fours, because like whenever I buy like a hyped up shoe, like it doesn't do well. I was surprised about the Chicago. The Chicago's, I think I got lucky because I think I was just like the first person
Where's
to put out a
your,
review on them.
Where's your
But-
NSLTD boot? That one went viral. Oh, okay,
Oh,
246,000 views. I remember that. I saw that one on hip hop websites. People were reposting that. I was like, what? What? I was like, the Shade Room. There's the Seth Fowler's NSLTD
You
boot
made
review.
it.
I was like, what the hell?
I felt weird though because I'm a big fan of like the designers at Yeezy, and I saw one of them liked the photo, I think he thought that maybe I was like really stoked on it, But like in the review, I just like panned it, which is like I shouldn't have panned it. Like it wasn't a bad shoe. I was just being a
Yo, you're
douche that day.
dude. Honestly, it's hilarious. You wear like super skinnies, and it's just like, dude, it's
I wore
wild.
those jeans on purpose because like I also didn't have any jeans big enough to make them look normal. But I was like, you know what? Let's just go for
I
it.
was like,
Let's
yeah,
lean
people
into
don't come to me anyways for fashion, so.
Bro, the stuff that I wear, I literally only wear either stuff from Apothecary or stuff that people send me. I never buy like I can't remember the last like designer thing that I've bought. Like it's all like either YouTuber merch or Apothecary or like Bodega sends me stuff sometimes, so like I'll wear that. But it's all recently sports stuff. I've been buying a lot of Sixers stuff, a lot of Raven stuff, so some of that. But other than that.
Cool.
I'm like the whitest, oldest like sneaker YouTuber. It's just I'm not the oldest, but I'm probably the whitest sneaker YouTuber out there.
We know what you did buy when you were on stream. Didn't you buy that expensive Supreme coat? Where is that at, and how's it doing?
Dude,
Well, I got it in, and I just immediately sold it on StockX and lost about $100. It was
Oh
a
my
huge
goodness.
mistake, awful mistake.
That was so funny.
I don't know what
was
happened in that
dying.
stream, bro.
That shit was
excited. Oh my god, I
hilarious.
got it! I got the thing that I thought everyone wanted, but they didn't. No one. That's how that not tied in I am to like Supreme and like that sort of fashion stuff. Like I know nothing about that sort of stuff. Like I should have known.
That was wild.
Oh my
That
god,
was a great moment.
Awful.
That was a great moment. All right, so Seth, can you tell us where they can find you and what you want them to watch? Where can they find you?
Yeah, so on YouTube, it's just my name, Seth, SethFowler. Just search Seth Fowler. And that's the main platform. I think that's it. And then if you guys want to follow me on like Instagram or Twitter or TikTok, trying to build those up. But YouTube is the main. That's where I spend most of my time.
That was terrible at Seth. Like, come on, like Seth. Seth, all right, listen, go if you want. Listen, if you want to watch, if you want to watch the best sneaker reviewer in the game, check him out on YouTube at Seth Fowler.
Yeah.
Come on, and you can find him on Seth Fowler on Instagram too as well.
Appreciate that.
Ash, where they can find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Dash of Ashley. It's DASHOFASHLEE.
There you go. And obviously, you can find me on Instagram at Roszko_72 and also on TikTok because I have the best dance moves in the game. But no, I'm kidding. But yeah, you can find me on YouTube at Roszko as well. Again, Seth, thank you so much.
I got a quick question.
What's
up? Yeah. So what's the 7'2" at the end of your name? Is that your height, or is it because you're so tall? You're 72 feet tall, or 7 feet 2?
Oh, you got jokes. You got jokes. I like it. That was my high school and college football number. So,
nice.
And I've been dying to just get Roszko, but this guy, he's like a photographer. He never posts, and he's got my name. And I've been dying to get that handle for years, Seth. Years. And he's out in Poland too. It's crazy. It's like I feel like it's my long lost brother. But
you gotta fly out there, man.
I shouldn't even say anything. Don't message him, please. I've been asking for that handle. He will never give it to me. But yeah, that's why.
Yeah, now all your followers are gonna go tell, yo, man. He's gonna be like, whoa, I just blew up out of nowhere. My photos.
Yeah, give him the real Ross. You're not the real Ross. Oh God. But Seth, awesome. Thank you so much for this is the first one ever. Ash, how you doing?
Good. I'm so glad that we got Seth on. He's amazing. He had to be number one, and he's just starting it off.
Awesome. This is an awesome time. This is the Roszko Show, man. Appreciate you guys for listening as always. Follow us. I don't know what they do on podcasts. Like it, sub up, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys.